Welcome, listeners, to part 2 of our Guest-alheim OneShots featuring the city of Forbidden Falls. When last we left our players, Albert the Barbarian, Clem the Rabbit-kind Arcane Archer, and Spanner the Mousekin Artificer had left the city of Forbidden Falls to continue on the animal folk tradition of Wild Wessel, where animal folks cross the threshold of their quaint forest lives into the real world. When we get back to them, they will be heading into the woods surrounding Forbidden Falls, tainted with magic and all kinds of other things as they, well, we'll see how they go. And now, on to our show. But yeah, first thing I gotta ask, who's taking the lead?
Not to step on either of those toes, but simply because he wanted to get out there and was in the process of kind of grumpily making his way out towards the end of town, I would say Spanner. But, he's small. He has a movement of 35 feet per round, so there's a good chance Albert can catch up and overtake him with longer legs, so...
It's funny is that you actually are faster than
I think you're faster than me too.
Possibly. So, I mean, there's a good chance he's leading from like maybe 6 feet in front of the other two.
Okay. All right, then, Erik. Actually, I figured after each encounter too, I'll let you guys make a decision who's leading then.
That's fair.
I would say because you're rushing out there, roll me 2d10s and give me each result individually.
2d10s and individual results. Okay.
Since you're rushing out there, I'm letting you roll at disadvantage for this table.
Okay, so that's an 8 and a 4.
And a 4. Okay.
Yep, 8 and 4.
As you guys are heading through the wilderness, you come across a grove of trees that are strangely all collected around each other. There's a single sign on the far end of the grove, but you can't read it from where you are now. How do you want to approach the sign? There are a lot of trees in it.
That is a good question. Is it like unusually together?
It's like an unusual grove. You don't see any reason why these trees would be growing in a circle like this, so to speak.
How familiar would we? I mean, this is like right outside of our town, so how familiar are we with this in particular, and maybe this like formation of trees elsewhere around our town? And by around, I mean literally around our town.
I would say roll a nature check.
Okie dokie. That is a 20 plus 1.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm rolling pretty good today.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I wonder if that means he wasn't expecting such a good roll.
It was.
That sounds like it, yeah.
I know your secrets.
That was my Susanna voice.
Yeah. Interesting.
It comes to mind that you know that one of Insed's creations were a strange... It's not quite a construct, but it seems to be some kind of wooden transforming creature?
Wooden transforming creature.
They are the main defense of the town, but they can also... It's one of the reasons why people don't tend to leave the town unless on business or on this adventure you guys are. They're still kind of buggy. They don't necessarily recognize non-targets versus targets. They usually have to be talked down.
That's
a
problem.
I will say the way that the trees are, the main path is through. You're gonna have to go not to railroad you guys, it just seems like the main path, because of how it's designed as a defense, as you're looking around at your artificial brain is kind of working and realizing they've moved around the forest enough that this is literally just kind of like a checkpoint to keep really dangerous stuff from coming into the city.
Mm-hmm.
Do you relay this to the others?
Oh yeah, definitely. That's like, oh, hey, wait up. That's some of the big
wood grown.
boss's wood grown. I don't really want to risk,
Have a better way to get around this. A little bit of wood chopping entirely.
I'd rather not fight, not even 5 minutes out of our town. I'm sure that'll go over real great.
I will give you one hint. One little thing. It's 60 feet across. And with that 20, I would also say, from what you can figure out, if you can get across that 60 feet, you should probably be good, because it doesn't look like they would have trouble moving past each other.
So then ideally,
Yeah, that's true.
yeah.
Well, that's better than the other idea that I was getting. Hannah would like it, though.
See, what I was thinking was swinging across with some kind of rope or something.
Funny you should mention that. I do have a grappling hook. My idea, if Sean was okay with it, was, remember how I said in my entrance that he had spent all night working on something?
Mm-hmm.
One of my abilities for my race is Tinkerer, which means I can construct a little mechanical device that basically emulates a wizard cantrip. And I wanted to know if I could have that by it being what I was working on overnight.
Yeah, I will give you that.
Okay. My thought was to send it out and use it to create a bonfire. The idea is to either scare them away because fire, or use that as a decoy, making them focus on the fire while we scoot around a safer route.
Yeah. Okay, that would be... Is it like a firebomb?
Well, okay, so Tinkerer says your design is handy with technology, and when pressed, you can come up with solutions that rival arcane prowess. You can cobble together a device by spending 10 minutes tinkering. When you do so, choose a cantrip from the wizard's spell list. Like I said, this would have been done overnight. It would have been create bonfire. So, yeah, probably some kind of like incendiary grenade, I guess. You may only have one device made this way at any time. If you begin constructing another, any previously created devices are destroyed. You can activate your device as an action, which reproduces the effects of the spell chosen during the creation as if the spell was cast. Once down, the device breaks down, and once used, the device breaks down and is destroyed. Devices made in this way will break down and become inert if not used within 24 hours of their creation.
Okay. So here's the question. Who's going to toss it?
Well, Spanner, it's his device. He wouldn't ask, Albert or Clem to do it unless it was like an emergency.
Okay, and another question is, are you going to toss it out and then run, or are you guys going to run, then toss it out as a distraction?
So I'm thinking having them get ahead of me because I'm faster. And as they're going, I'm going to toss it and then run myself.
Okay.
How does that sound to you two?
Yeah, that works for me.
That sounds good, yeah. I'm all for setting things on fire.
I figured you'd enjoy it.
Okay. Then I need what would it be? I need a dex check from Erik first, and then I need an athletics check from everyone to see how fast you guys can sprint across.
Let's see, dex check. 19 plus 3 for a 22.
Wow. I wish I was rolling that well.
Okay, you manage to throw it across, and it explodes. You literally see some of the trees kind of like do this real weird noise as they shift into these wooden golems and start putting out the fire.
They're Transformers.
I was thinking of the Transformer noise, not gonna lie.
Okay, then acrobatics checks to get across. Or no, athletics checks. Because you guys are basically charging across.
So,
16
all of us?
plus 6, 22.
Yeah, all of you.
I got a 13 with my modifier.
Okay. Albert charges across, makes it across. We'll see. Clem does make it halfway before they start to notice her.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to. You still need me to do an athletics check, even if I have the long strider boots, right?
But you do get to do it at advantage.
Oh, good.
Because it makes sense because you got the dash. Basically, it's double your win.
14.
Okay, so you
That's the higher of the two rolls. So
you get about where Clem is, and they start noticing. They turn back and look in your direction.
how close am I to the sign now?
You guys are about halfway to the sign. You can read it,
Okay.
and the sign says, "This is not the DM trying to realize he didn't actually wrote what that sign says."
Am I within 20 feet?
Actually, yes, you are within 20 feet.
Excellent. I'm going to grab Clem. I'm going to pull out something. It looks kind of like the guns that we were firing earlier, except not. And I'm going to shoot my grappling hook at the sign.
All right, roll to hit.
That's a 14.
Oh, and Clem, do you accept the grapple?
No, I'm just
Both.
reaching out to grab her hand.
Well, yeah, but you're also grabbing her to grab. That would be technically a grapple.
Oh,
You're
that's
grabbing
fair.
onto them.
Yeah, I will accept. I'm excited about this.
Okay, so he grabs onto your hand, and you guys go.
Yoinks!
like zoom-
And away!
The wood. Actually, let me roll something on that. One of the wood drone looks over and tilts their head, confused at that statement, because they only rolled a 6 on their intelligence check. Okay, do you guys keep on moving?
I think since they're distracted, I think maybe we can take a moment to read the sign.
The sign.
If we're all there and safe, I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, the sign says, "Beware of trees." And the funny part is, if you notice, as you reach it, you notice it actually says it on the other side. So you get the impression that as you entered the grove of trees, you guys actually came in on the wrong side. That people expect people to come into this grove.
Of course we did.
Oh, whoops.
Okay, so who's taking the lead now?
One thing before we go on.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do have, well, they say a set of artisan's tools. But it should be obvious since I do schematics that I have pen and ink, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. I set down my pack, and Albert and Clem can talk amongst themselves while I do this. But I set down my pack, and I start rifling through it for my pen and my ink. And while I do that, I'm actually going to be quiet and let them talk.
So, would they, they've realized they've come in the wrong way, or?
Yeah, I get the impression that the ink on the side that you guys came from is haphazard, but there's a really nice "Beware of trees" on the side of the sign that you guys are on now, and as you look at it, you realize it's right before you enter the grove.
Mm-hmm.
So you get the impression that the side that you guys saw was not really intended that way. It was just they kind of realized after fact, oh, these things aren't necessarily the most stable things. Maybe we should put a message in case anyone else comes this way.
Mm-hmm. So I think Clem will look at it and then look over at Albert and like, do you think we're going the wrong direction already? I think we came in the wrong way.
Yeah, Albert's not the... I mean, he's not terrible. No, I believe it might have been warning for people coming.
That makes sense. Yeah, I just... if we went the wrong direction already, wouldn't be a great start. But that makes more sense.
And then Albert will look over. I thought you were in there.
This is important. And he's taking his pen and his ink and he's going to write on the sign, "No shit. Use bigger letters. Spanner." Satisfied, he puts it away and puts his pack back on. Right.
I'm very sure this. If they were to see the others, I believe it'd be a little too late.
Someone's got to come out here and check the sign. I would assume that upon seeing the message, it might be a good idea to do exactly that. And he points to what he wrote.
And Albert just sighs, shakes his head.
Do you enjoy audiobooks? Do you enjoy having them easily accessed on your phone and maybe even enjoy a little bit of Two-Fisted Justice and Will They, Won't They romance? Then I would suggest checking out the Audible trial and checking out the book, The Tales of the Red Panda, The Crime Cabal. It's a fun book about a pair of adventurers in Canada, a pair of, mystery men who have to deal with the fact that they've been putting a little too much pressure on the local hoodlums and mobsters, and they've turned to a bit of unorthodox help in the process. The Red Panda has been a great influence on both me and Erik. We listened to them for the longest time. In fact, if you check out the online radio drama, there's even a dedication on one of the episodes to Erik's father. If you want to give it a try and maybe help us out, we have a trial URL with them. It is www.audibletrial.com/DNPpod. Again, the URL is www.audibletrial.com/DNPpod. It's a great service. Before I got into listening to podcasts, it was actually my main source of stories to listen to while working or taking long trips. And I have so many books from there, and there's thousands more that you can check out. If you have any questions, you can just check out audible.com. Again, I would suggest if you've read The Crime Cabal, I would also suggest that you check out The Mind Masters, another book that was released by Greg Taylor. It's a great book. It's a bit of a psychic showdown as the name comes. Or there's the Android Assassins, which honestly has a really great twist that I did not pick up until the end, and it will have you listening over and over again as it. One thing I love about Greg Taylor's books is that he puts a lot of focus on side characters. So you get to see some of the side casts, you get to know about his agents, that kind of thing, and it's really enjoyable. In addition to our new sponsor, we have a new promo for Intelligence Check from the Cast Junkie server. They're a good group. They're really enjoyable. I mean, most D&D podcasts are, in my opinion, but check them out. Promos to follow, and then after that, we will get back to the show.
Greetings, Podquesters. I am Court Hawkins, famous bard of the podcast Intelligence Check. Intelligence Check is set in a Tolkien-esque world where our party members are forced by fate down the road of adventure. Literally, fate is physically forcing us. We keep trying to walk away, but the damn thing never lets up. Now I know what you're saying. Another D&D podcast? But trust me, I'm worth listening to. I mean, we're worth listening to. And doesn't this accent make you just want to trust me? Intelligence Check celebrates the camaraderie of lifelong friends, joking around a table while remaining true to their characters and story. We bring you short, bi-weekly adventures full of action, banter, too many tentacles, and a naked dwarf. Oh, dear God, someone please put some clothes on that dwarf. So roll an intelligence check, because the show you're listening to now is awesome, but you'll need something to hold you over while you wait for new episodes. Oh, come on, is that really the tagline we're using?
All right.
So it sounds like Albert's taking the lead because he's shaking his head and walking away from Spanner.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right. Roll me a d10. If it's a 4, re-roll it.
Okay. That a 10.
Uh-oh.
Yes. Okay, so as you guys are walking along, you find what looks to be a knocked over caravan in the shade. It's a shaded area, and you start to hear some noises, but give me some perception check.
Oh, goody. Perception?
I got a 15. Oh.
13 for Albert.
Okay, Clem and Spanner, you notice it first, but there's like a noise. It's like, and as you're looking around, you notice a small creature climbing into what looks to be a partially open barrel, or at least climbing to the top. They have big, goblinly ears, and like, Booze! They dive in.
Oh no!
Oh no!
And as they do, there's a few moments, and then 2 more pop out of it. With Booze! As
Oh
they
no!
do you guys? Okay, so do you guys do anything when you see this?
Spanner
think,
just kind of looks between the two.
I think Clem will get her long bow out and just get prepared in case. So I think she pulls out her bow and like draws an arrow, but like holds it at the. It's like, do you guys know what those are?
And as you guys do this, Albert, you notice it too as they point the crossbow at these little gremlin-y looking things. They're chanting, "Boo! Boo!"
Yeah, I'm gonna follow Clem's, and Spanner's gonna take his grappling hook, detach the head of it, and pull out another module that when he clicks into place, the little crossbow arms kind of spring out, and he cocks it and draws it and getting it ready.
All right, Albert's going to hold a hand up to wait. Am I able to roll like a nature check to figure out what these are?
Yeah, you
Okay.
can do that.
That is a good idea. May I do that as
Nat
well?
20.
Oh, never mind.
Oh.
You recognize these as Boozies. And as you come to realize this, you realize something horrible. Because Boozies are a form of gremlin. And as you think about this, another 2 Boozies pop out of the barrel, chanting booze as they turn their attention to you.
Oh no!
And roll initiative.
Yeah, yep.
I crit failed.
You can't crit fail initiative.
I got a 1.
Well, what's your dexterity? Is it dexterity?
Yeah, my dex gives me a +1. So it's a 2.
So, I mean, you're probably gonna go last.
Yeah.
I got a 12, personally.
Okay, and Albert got a 13.
Okay. Albert, you're up first.
All right, I'm going to draw my great axe, and I think I would just ready an action, wait till one of them to attack, because I want to see if they're going to attack us.
Okay. And then Spanner, it's your turn.
Where's the lid to the barrel?
It's on it, but like a corner of it's broken off.
Okay. Oh, so it's on there, but it's partially broken. Is that broken piece around anywhere?
Give me a investigation check.
Sure. That's a 13.
Okay, you do see it. It's well, I don't think you actually find it so much, but you do see a solid piece of wood you could probably put on top of it.
Okay.
But I would say it's about 20 feet away near the actual carriage.
Sure. Oh. Make all dexterity acrobatic skill checks related to running at advantage. I have to remember that. Okay, so I'm going to hide behind Albert. Quiet and unassuming. You find it easy to blend in amongst others. You can attempt to hide even when you're obscured only by a creature that is at least one size larger than you. And I know Albert, being a large boar folk, is going to be medium-sized, while I am small.
Small boy.
Okay. All
Now,
right.
with that in mind, if I can, I would like to then sneak around, using the fact that I kind of hid behind Albert as the beginning of that, to sneak around to see if I can get this heavy piece of wood.
Okay, give me a stealth check.
Fair enough. That's a 19 plus 3 for a 22.
Ooh.
You blend into the night like Batman. Elsewhere in a tavern, the Kilta looks up, feeling like someone's stolen their copyright.
I'm postman.
Okay, yeah. So they're looking at. So then it's the Boozies' turn, and the four in front of you look around confused, and then decide to rush the big boar man because there's a lot of meat on those haunches.
Oh shit!
Uh-oh.
They're aching for some bacon.
Okay, and since you're ready in action, you can take a swing at one of them.
Absolutely.
One of them just tries to dodge out of the way, and you manage to just catch them with your great axe. What's the damage?
That is
It's
going
great.
to be 12 plus force for 8.
You
Damn.
cleave it in half. And it's really weird. It doesn't seem like you don't really see blood. You actually see like alcohol. It almost looks like the booze that you see in the thing coming out. Like it hasn't even had enough time to grow blood as you
Wow.
cleave it in half.
So it's just a little puddle of ale now, or whatever.
Yeah, I wouldn't even say it would dissolve into a puddle of ale.
Yeah, I'm just kind of picturing like when a water balloon bursts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
pretty much.
Sploosh.
Okay, and then okay.
Roll to see if you got booze in your eyes for burning.
What's your AC?
My AC is 15.
Okay, so 2 of them missed because they got a 3 and an 8. But then one manages to catch you as you're dodging and weaving away from that with an 18. And it is going to be... Why did I not grab the right thing? That one catches you for 1 piercing damage and 1 poison damage because it low roll for both.
Okay.
Makes sense. Poison, alcohol.
You feel like as it claws into you, I feel like it claws into you, you feel like it stabs into you and then it's injecting you with a little bit of the alcohol, which has been out in the sun way too long. Okay. And then it's Clementine's turn.
Actually kind of gross.
Yeah. Clem will go ahead and fire the arrow she had prepared at one of the Boozies.
Okay.
Whichever one is closest to her.
Okay, roll me an attack roll.
Does a 3 hit?
Add
It's
your
the-
dex because
Okay, that's a 4.
Yeah,
every little bit helps.
No, that it dodges out of the way and yells at chaos. And it's funny, like it throws up its arms like it's saying it's like chaos. Like it's like you know, like how some football fans are like touchdown.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Goal!
And then it is Albert's turn again.
Okay.
Oh, actually, one thing. 2 more Boozies pop out of the barrel,
Yeah, that's gonna need to stop.
and then it's Albert's
Okay,
turn. Sorry about
so I will call out to Spanner, be like, find a way to close it. And now that the Boozy has attacked me, I am
Ooh.
that. Nice.
so he Albert, you hear that pig-like snort that as he bulks up and takes a hard swing.
Okay.
And
What's your
that
subclass?
my subclass is don't normally play barbarian. Path of the Berserker.
Oh, fun times.
And so that is going to +6 at 23 to hit.
Okay, that hits.
+4, 6 +2 for rage.
You pop another one. Once you
Good
pop, you can't
grief.
stop.
Oh.
Jeez.
Okay. So that one's down. Any bonus actions?
No, the bonus action was to enter rage, so I think that
Okay.
is my turn.
And if I remember correctly, because he did actually do damage, as well as killing something, he stays in rage.
Yep, for up to 10 rounds as long as I damage something or something damages me.
Nice. And then it's Spanner's turn.
Where is Spanner? Because remember, he was hiding and stealthing to find that big piece of wood, or to go for that piece of wood.
Yeah, you stealth. I figure you stealthed and you went for the wood.
Okay.
So I would say, I think I said it was like 30 feet away, so you would probably been at the wood now.
Okay. I will grab the wood and do my best to rush but still sneak over to the barrel, because we got to stop them from popping out more.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So
give me
that's my action.
give me I would say give me an athletics check to carry it over. I would say it's large enough that I think it'd be an athletics check.
Yeah, I figured it was going to be unwieldy for my small size. He is literally just 3 feet tall. Athletics. That's a 6.
I would say you make it 10 feet and you stumble, unfortunately.
Fuck.
You're lucky though because it fell forward instead of pancaking you.
Thank goodness. So am I prone?
You are prone at the moment, yes.
Okay. That's important because my next turn I'm going to end up wasting half my movement standing up. I don't have any bonus actions or the like, so my turn's done.
Okay, it's the Boozy's turn. They are going to. One of them is going to try to attack Clem because they attacked her, or she attacked them, and then the other 4 are going to try to attack Albert. Oh boy!
Gotta love when the DM says that, huh?
That scares me.
Oh, don't worry, you're not the one who got critted on.
Oh.
Okay. So Clem takes 1 point of piercing damage,
Okay.
and then 3 points of poison damage.
Uh-oh.
Ooh,
Okay. Okay, and then Albert, and this isn't following resistance. This is just base damage. So I think if raging, you get a resistance, right?
You know, it's not calling it out. Say no.
Okay. Actually, let me double check because I don't want to. I think it's a general barbarian thing, but I'm not sure. Let me check. Unless it's specific. Oh, I know what I'm thinking. I'm thinking of Totem. Okay. That's going to be 2 piercing damage and 2 poison damage.
That's not that bad.
And now it's time for the crit.
That was a lot of dice.
Yeah.
Actually, wait. That's 1 piercing damage for that one. This one, you take 8 piercing damage.
Okay.
And 6 poison damage.
All right.
Okay. And then 2 more pop out.
Oh my god.
I should let you guys know, I forgot to bring this up. Two-handed fighting, you can do two-handed fighting. It's just you don't add the modifier to the damage if you want to attack twice, I think, if I remember correctly. You guys don't have extra attack as a bonus action. It's a rule that people don't understand often, because extra attack lets you do an extra attack without taking the bonus action, but you can do bonus action. It just doesn't take the modifier for the damage.
Gotcha. So with my two-handed weapon, you would let me attack twice just without...
Yeah, I mean, at least I think it's two-handed fighting. At least that's how I remember it. Let me make sure.
So then question. Would I be able to two-weapon fight on...
You know, I would allow an unarmed strike, I think.
Would that
as a bonus.
be a bonus action?
As a bonus, yeah, as a bonus action. Actually, let me go.
I mean, it makes sense to me. You have your weapon attack, which takes your focus, but then you can just kind of come in with a pop as a quick bonus action. I think.
Oh
that
yeah.
Makes sense.
You mean the bite? The bite. Yeah, I think the bite actually listed that. Well, let me double check. I think the bite. I will rule that the bite, because actually, you know what? I'm gonna say. Hannah, I would also say you could use your unarmed strike as a second attack, because I think most unarmed attacks are a bonus action, because I think that's how it works for the bite, for lizard folk too. Let me make sure. I'm going to rule for this bonus. Let me go check that, lizard folk. I'm going to say unarmed strikes would count as two-handed fighting for the bonus, so you could do it like the bonus attack.
Okay.
Just because I forgot you guys didn't have extra attack when I planned this. And to be fair to you guys,
we're level 3, not level 5.
And make this fair for you guys, because you guys did kind of do the smart thing and stand back, even though that. Okay. And it's Clementine's turn.
Okay, so I'd like to use one of because my subclass is Arcane Archer, and the 2 arcane shots that I picked are Piercing and Bursting. So I'd like to use Piercing Arrow. It says, use transmutation magic to give your arrow an ethereal quality. When you use this option, you don't make an attack roll for the attack. Instead, the arrow fires forward in a line which is 1 foot wide and 30 feet long before disappearing. The arrow passes harmlessly through objects, ignoring cover, and each creature in that line must make a dexterity saving throw. And then on a failed save, the creature takes damage as if it were hit by the arrow, plus an extra d6.
Okay, that works. I would say you'd be able to hit 3 of them in a line, because I think they're kind of crowding around.
Okay, so that's what she would like to do then.
Actually, I would say 4, because there'd be 3 around Albert, one in front of him, and then there's 1 in front of you attacking you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see. 1 gets a 12, and then everything else is over 20. Why am I rolling this? I don't roll this well when I'm playing.
So on a save, it just means they take half as much damage.
Oh, okay.
So they're still gonna take damage, just half as much.
Okay.
I don't know what numbers save, so I can't tell if the other one saves or not. What would that be?
Read it again.
It's each creature in the line must make a dexterity saving throw. So is that matched against my dex, or I'm just not sure what they're.
Your saving throw.
Or is it my AC?
It's 8 plus your proficiency plus your intelligence modifier.
Oh jeez. Okay.
So 8 plus whatever that number your intelligence gives you plus 2.
The modifier or the actual number?
The modifier.
The modifier.
So 8 plus 2 plus 2, so 12.
Okay. Oh wait. Oh shit! And they all passed it.
Great. Okay. I'll roll my damage then, but they only take half. So longbow is 1d8 piercing. Does that sound right? Plus 1.
Yeah.
Okay. I got a 7.
Okay.
So I don't know if you want to round up or round down.
Oh,
They take half
wow.
that damage.
They're not down, but they look pretty. They look like. How do I want to put it? They look kind of like a beat up water balloon. They're kind of soggy.
They're kind of mushy.
Yeah, they're kind of mushy. They're kind of mushy. That kind of thing. It's just they're yeah. I will say, like, one of them is right next to you, so you could jab them with your claws as an unarmed strike.
Okay, yeah, I'll do the unarmed attack on the one.
Oh wait, you got a bite because you're actually wait, is it?
I don't think it's specified. Maybe it does.
Oh no, it's gonna be a bite because you're a female buyer.
Okay. Alrighty, so I'll roll then for that.
Yep.
Okay.
You would roll for attack. It would be a strength-based attack because it's a melee attack.
Oh no. I rolled a 2. Plus 2 for my strength is a 4.
Oh boy. Okay, so you missed.
Yeah, I'm trying my best. The dice are not in my favor today, as usual.
Okay, and then it's Albert's turn.
Okay, so Albert is going to drop his.
All right.
And the first attack is a nat 20.
Ooh.
Nice.
Second attack is
Not so nice.
Is that with modifier?
Yeah.
Okay. I will get. Okay, so with that nat 20, roll the damage.
okay. So my unarmed strike is just straight base 1 plus strength mod plus my. So that would bring it.
Wait, don't you have Don't you? Well, okay. Oh wait, never mind. I'm thinking of the bite. My bad. Because you do have the tusk. Okay.
Yeah, knowing that they're booze, I don't think that he's going to try to hit them with tusks and risk getting more drunk after the drinking contest. So.
Oh god.
Oh yeah, there is that. Yeah.
Yeah, we all just drank a little bit.
No, not everyone.
Well, not everybody.
So do you want me to double the damage on that nat 20?
Yeah.
Okay. So that would then be 14 damage.
Okay. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna do something special because that's a nat 20, and that I'm figuring out how these things are going. Albert, I want to do something weird.
Okay.
Roll me 2 more attacks.
Okay. 23 and a 6.
Okay, because I'm gonna say with that nat 20 and that much damage, you managed to swing and you hit. You missed the first one. They start pointing and laughing, and you swing around and you manage to hit the one on the right with enough force that it sends it fly. It pops. It sends it flying, and it collides into the next one to it, and you take out 3.
Nice.
Nice.
Because they just like 3 stooges colliding into each other and pop. So you guys are now down to only 4 left. Okay, and then it is Spanner's turn.
Spanner is going to pick himself up, pick up the piece of wood, and continue on his way to the barrel. Hopefully before more of these things pop out.
Well, you know, Spanner, you are 20 feet away from the barrel.
Oh, good. So what is half of 35? 15, 17 point...
17-ish?
Yeah. 17 feet.
I would say roll me an acrobatics check. We'll see if it does well enough. I'm gonna round it up to 20.
Okay. How's a natural 20 plus 3 feel for you?
Nice.
Wow,
Oh yeah, you.
rolling so
All right.
well.
With that, I'm gonna say you don't need to actually roll the acrobatics to put it up there. You just kind of like and you literally like heave it onto the top,
Yay!
and it's covering the top. And at least at the moment, there's not enough boozies per alcohol to push it off yet. Actually, would there be enough?
Uh-oh.
God, I hope not.
No,
I'm just imagining this barrel just filling up to the brim as it's capped off now.
You know what? That's not our problem. So I say, now that that's taken care of, we get foe.
Yeah.
Well, you still got 4. You still got 4 in front of you guys, though. You can't try to outrun them.
Hmm.
But yeah, now it's the remaining 4 Boozies' turn. Hopefully I roll low this time. Good God! Whoa, wait, actually? Okay, how am I gonna do this?
I don't know. How are you going to do
That
this?
worries me.
Well, let's put it this way. It's a 19, a 16, and 2 natural ones.
Excellent. I like that. That last half of what you said.
I think, honestly, the 2 natural ones, I don't know, maybe, like, stumble into a wild swinging weapon and piff themselves.
Actually, you're close. So you see one of the Boozies punch over to another one, and it pops, and that startles him. And then let's roll the other damage. Oh, wait, no. What? Yeah. And it stumbles into a punch, and it it's not down, but you see, it looks like it's gonna. It looks more like a water balloon some child tried to make into a Boozy shape than anything. I feel like I've made these Boozies even more disturbing than the ones that Susanna made.
Yeah. Well, at least if the Boozies Susanna made, if they would have exploded in alcohol, it would have been easier cleanup and less gruesome.
That's true.
This is true. Clem, you take 4 piercing damage.
And how much drunk damage?
And then 2 poison damage. And then Albert, you take 1 piercing damage and 2 poison. I'm just horrified, Matt, that this becomes when we finally get fan art of Adventures with Attitude, and it's just these deformed Boozies punching each other, popping each other. That'd be horrible.
God, that would be horrible. That would be awful. And yet there's a small part of me that wants to see that.
And then you hear a couple, two thumps from the barrel. Nothing happens. They're not strong enough. There's not enough Boozies in there per square inch yet.
Now that's a measurement.
Boozies per square inch.
And then it's Clementine's turn.
There's 2 Boozies left?
There's 3 Boozies left.
Or 3?
Well, there's 3 left, but one of them basically looks more like a water balloon.
All you have to do is all you would have to do is literally just poke it with the tip of an arrow. You wouldn't even have to fire it.
Yeah, I think she would move close enough to use her sword and just slash at them, at the one that's closest.
Okay.
Why am I rolling so badly?
something on brand. Yeah.
Yeah, true. That's a 9 with modifiers.
Okay, 9. No, it's just short.
uh,
Well, of course they're short. They're little boozies.
yeah. And then can I still use my? Can I use my unarmed attack?
Yeah, you can use your unarmed attack. It counts as a 2-weapon attack.
Okay, I will try.
That just means no. That just means no bonus numbers.
Okay. I rolled a 6 for that one. And then
So, like
I
a day at the
add-
beach, you gently pat it over towards Albert.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like you punch at it, and it's like playing volleyball. It just bounces over, and like
I know. You guys know those big punching balloons? You know, where you're holding onto a rubber band and you're punching it?
Yes.
I can just you try and whack at it and it goes boom, boom.
Yep, I can see that. I guess that's it for my turn. I didn't really do very well in the rolls.
I can also not to dictate your character, but I can also see Clem just kind of staring wide-eyed, going, "What?"
Yeah,
like this is not how it worked out in her head.
That is not natural.
And that's saying something from us. So, what do we do now? We have the one Boozy being batted around like a beach volleyball.
Oh no, there's 3 Boozies. There's just one that's not dead yet.
Oh, I thought the 3 was the one and then 2 in the barrel.
Oh no, there's 2 ones that undamaged, and then there's one with only 1 HP left.
Gotcha.
And then it's Albert's turn too.
All right, the 2 full damage ones, I'm going to go ahead and keep swinging at. 12 for the first one and 23.
First one misses, the second one hits.
Damn.
And that is just a 7 damage. Straight up.
You pop it.
At least one of us is hitting well.
Okay. Banner, it's your turn.
You said 2 uninjured?
One
And one-
uninjured, and then only one left.
Gotcha. Yeah. I'm going to take my hand crossbow. I'm going to touch the arrow that is currently knocked in it, and I'm going to cast Seeking Projectile. You touch a piece of ammunition or weapon with the thrown property, imbuing it with the property of seeking its target. When a ranged attack roll is made with that weapon, the attack roll can add your spell casting modifier to the value on the dice. If that makes the value on the die a 20 or more, the attack is a critical hit as if a 20 was rolled. After making the attack roll, the spell ends. Problem is that it was one action, so I'm pretty sure I can't fire my hand crossbow now that I've done that to the arrow.
True. But if this one's still up, it does give you a chance to critically take it out.
Very true.
Okay. Only one swings, one misses. It's just screaming, "Get back the boo! Get back the boo!" Oh wait, I didn't even do the right voice. Boo! Get back! No, wait, how did I do the original voice?
It was a little higher pitched, but I'd rather you not wreck your throat.
Boos! Get boos!
There we go.
Yep.
Okay, so the other one swings, and it does 1 piercing damage and 2 poison damage to Albert.
I was going to say to who?
Albert's the one killing most of them. They've prioritized him as a target.
Yeah. I'm trying, guys. The dice
You're
are
doing
Fine.
fine.
I'm meant to take a few hits, so I'm good.
I
Okay, you're doing all right.
really have no idea where I'm supposed to be.
So the terrible idea in me says just start drinking all the booze so they can't mold.
We could dump it.
I mean, that is fair, but there's already like 2 still in the barrel.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
like
it's only
about
2 more.
6 now. By now.
Oh,
God.
okay.
Because they multiply by 2
Every turn.
each time they're in fluid.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
every turn, every round.
What kind?
Ah!
Quick question above the table. What kind of booze is this? Is this just ale, or is this like a?
I would say
The
You know
foodie
what?
in me, it wants to say ale because, it's a barrel, it's a cask. But then I remember that whiskey and bourbon, which are spirits, are also in casks. So
I would say it's whiskey. But I don't understand alcohol, so Suanna, if that's not something Boozies would drink, I apologize.
Well, that does mean it's flammable. Just
Ooh.
putting that out there.
I mean, fire worked for the trees. I mean, that could be our thing.
I might have something I could do.
Do it.
Clementine, do it. And it's Clementine's
Do
turn.
it.
Oh, is it really my turn? Okay,
Yeah.
let me see. The other kind of arrow I picked was bursting arrow.
Just remember, I am near the barrel. so-
Yeah.
Duck and cover.
But I mean, you do you. You do you.
I think I'll save it. I don't want to use it just yet. So what do we need? Do we want to just dump all of this whiskey out? Like we could just
Well,
tip the
I
barrel.
have it. I have the barrel blocked, so there's not more popping out. They're still multiplying, but they don't seem to be able to move.
Okay.
Spanner would suggest that the problem is solved. As much as it affects us, let's just get out of here.
Yeah.
What if the 2 fall?
Well, after taking one of the ones that are still out of the barrel, yes. I'm talking about the other ones in the barrel.
That's true.
Are there any more of like the advice we were given was like listen or follow to the signs or whatever? Are there any signs nearby to give us advice?
There aren't any signs for this particular area.
I just wanted to check.
Actually, wait. Give me a perception check.
Okay.
I mean, that's a fair question.
Oh, that's actually a much better roll. It was 17 plus 4 for 21.
Okay, you see a broken sign that just says "free booze," and as you look around, you realize. I would say you realize to your horror, there may be more around. You get the impression from all the damage to the cart that these things just ransacked it and then maybe ran off, and then you just came across one of them coming back looking for any remaining alcohol. There could be anywhere of thousands of these in the woods.
That's a terrifying thought.
Or not thousands, hundreds.
That's still kind of terrifying.
Just a little, yeah.
I think Clem will look at the other 2 and as she has this realization and like pass that information along and be like, I think we just need to get out of here as quickly as we can.
Seconded.
And then we'll once again attempt to slash at the closest Boozy to her with her sword.
All right.
13?
13 hits, right on the noggin.
Yay! Okay.
Right on the nuggin.
So that was 4 piercing damage.
Okay, which one are you targeting? The damaged one or the full health one? This is very important.
Yeah, whichever one is closest to me. I'm not sure where they're positioned. I'm just going for the one that's closest.
That would actually be the one that's damaged, so you pop it.
Yay! I got one.
I just gotta bop it to the last one.
Could I also attempt to use my unarmed attack as my bonus action on the health one?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that, and then
It would just be a flat roll for the server damage.
I rolled a 13 to hit.
Okay, that hits.
That is on the
then-
nuggin.
What's the
Let me
damage
go.
die for that? The unarmed attack?
It is 1d6 plus strength.
Okay.
Hold on. Why is... Oh, Briar.
Oh,
Right, sorry.
I rolled a 6 plus my strength is an 8.
What's the modifier for your strength? That's the number.
2.
So 10.
Okay, so this is going to sound really gross.
Wait. No, I'm sorry. You rolled 6 plus 2. That's 8.
Yes, 8.
Because the Briar's unarmed attack is their powerful jaws.
Oh, no.
So you bite.
Bite. Wait a minute. Didn't you set up the Briars like the males were one thing, the female Briars were another?
Yeah, the males are the ones with the claws.
And the females are the ones with the jaws.
Great.
Yeah.
Great.
So you bite into it and you kind of decapitate it, but then it kind of pops, and now you have the taste of alcohol, really old alcohol in your mouth.
I think she kind of just like smacks her lips and is like, ooh, like makes a disgusted face and shakes her head.
Okay, and that is the end of combat. Do. I think that's as far as I can get without copyright infringement.
I mean, that's the most iconic part of it anyway, so you're good.
So, how far are you guys going ahead as you head ahead, and do you guys want to take a short rest as you go along? I guess this is the question.
Health-wise, Spanner is fine, but he knows the other two got hit a couple of times, so a short rest to recuperate and bandage one's wounds does not sound terrible. But also the thought of God knows how many other those things in the forest is terrifying, so...
Exactly.
I would be okay with the short rest after we got at least a little bit of distance between us and this cart.
Yeah.
And that's mainly because
Good idea.
Because Albert's sitting at about half right now.
Oh.
Yeah, definitely a good idea.
All right. So you guys head off. You find a small clearing, and then you can...
Hold on. Perception on the
yeah.
small clearing. If only because the last two things have made Spanner kind of wary. And, we are dealing with a mouse. And a rabbit, so,
Yeah.
14 for perception.
You find a small sign in the center.
Mm-hmm.
You walk over to it.
Very, very carefully. As in, I will be ready to jump away from it, if anything even so much as twitches weirdly.
You see, to your astonishment, there is a picture of a tent and the words, rest area.
I deserved that after all the times I did shit like this to you in Breaking Point.
And I what was the roll again?
14 perception.
I think it takes you a while to look around. You notice there's actually some arcane ruins around the outside. Like it looks like this is literally made for like a little stopping area for people needing short rests.
Okay, cool. I wave them in. I wave Clem and Albert in.
Yeah, no question. Albert just trudges.
Same for Clem.
And this is the end of part 2 of 3 for the Forbidden Falls arc. We have one more episode after this, then we will be moving on to the next episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and a special thanks to Raspberry on Twitter, who has edited this episode for us to give me and Erik a little bit of a break. So you should check her out. She's a really good person and a fun person to play with on our Monster of the Week campaign. And now I give you adieu and see you in 2 weeks.